Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my page. My name is Nolo, and yeah, so this one is just a random video. I did not plan to shoot this one, but I keep getting the same question, so I thought let me just answer it by giving you a picture of what's happening. So the question I've been asked is, what does it look like? What does being an ESL teacher look like? And I'm about to try paint a picture for you. Hopefully you'll get what I'm trying to say, and it will help you prepare, especially if you have zero experiences. This is what you can expect, okay? Alright, so I'm speaking as an ESL teacher, not a homeroom teacher. And I think in my understanding, the difference is that a homeroom teacher stays with her class or his class the entire day, and you are responsible for everything that entails those children with regards to them learning, them sleeping, them eating, them changing, their routine, discipline, management, everything. It's your responsibility. And you work hand in hand with the Chinese teacher, right? But if they were to come and ask about anything that entails their class, it's your responsibility to make sure that you are aware of it. You are aware of it, and that you've done whatever that you need to do as a homeroom teacher. Basically, you're like a full-time mother, okay? And as an ESL teacher, you work as the English teacher, so you teach a lesson across all the classes, or in all the classes within the school. Well, that's in my case. I teach from pre-nursery, nursery, K1 and K2, and I just give them English lessons, but I am not fully responsible of those children. If one of them was to get hurt and I'm not in the class, then it's not my responsibility, it's the homeroom teacher's responsibility. So in this instance, it means in the classroom, when I enter the classroom, there will be 3 teachers. That's the English teacher, me, the foreign teacher, the Chinese teacher, and the homeroom teacher, who works hand in hand with this teacher, okay? So in my instance, let's say we have 4 lessons, 4 English lessons that we need to have within one theme. I would be responsible for only 1, but the homeroom teacher is responsible for 3. Yeah, that's basically the idea of what a homeroom teacher, an ESL foreign language teacher is, and that's the difference, right? The other part is when you are about to teach learners in English language and you're teaching in a kindergarten. I speak for kindergarten because that's where I am. I do not have any knowledge about what happens in elementary and all the other grades going up. But in kindergarten, you need to make sure that you start your lesson with, I'll say, a song. A hello song. You start your lesson with a hello song. You greet the children. They learn how to greet you. And then it's advisable that you also have like a warm-up song. I only recently asked about this because I'm also new in kindergarten, right? So you need to have like a warm-up song to just get them in the mood, to just wake them up, because they'll start yawning if you just shoot right into the content. You get? Yeah, you have a hello or warm-up song. Usually I have a hello song, then I make them sing something like days of the week. Days of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and they move their hands, they like that. From there, we sit down and we get into the content. And I'm speaking just in general. When you go into the different grades, you obviously tail every lesson according to the age group and their level of attention span. Yeah, their level, the span of them paying attention to what you're saying. So you'd find that in pre-nursery you only have 15 minutes, nursery you have 20, K1, kindergarten 1 you have 25, K2, which is the big class, you have 30 minutes, and you need to use all those minutes accordingly, okay? From thereafter, we get into the lesson. So in my lessons, let's say it's my turn to do the lesson. I try have like some sort of media to just play for the kids, and it's never long. It's never long. The longest it has been is 2 minutes. But usually my videos are either a minute, 30 seconds. It's never long, and it includes a song. It's just colorful to just grab their attention, and then I introduce the material, okay? But how I unfold all this is, for instance, we have a lesson on, I'll say we have a lesson on the garden. The first thing I'll do is teach them the word bank. So they have like a word bank. These are the words that they have to know from a certain chapter. I'm sorry for saying because I'm just thinking about this right in the moment, right? They have that word bank, and then you teach them, maybe it's words like new words, garden, flower, soil, whatever the words that are related to the theme. They usually do give teachers these words, right? After that, I then play a media for them, and in the media, maybe it'll be kids speaking about the garden or singing or whatever, just to give them an idea of what am I talking about. And then thereafter, I would give them maybe an activity, draw your own garden or draw your own flower. Then they have to go draw their own flower. But before that activity, I explain what I am talking about. So I tell them what is the garden. I tell them what things can we find in the garden. And I also ask them, when you look outside at your home and you see a garden, what do you see? And they'll tell me, we see flowers, we see trees, grass, plants, insects, whatever, right? And I'm speaking for the K2. Usually for PN and N, you'd have to just teach them words. They don't have to say the sentence because they're still very young, and some of them don't know how to speak it. So you teach them finger plays, like what's that finger play? One little finger, two little finger, like the finger play would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I catch a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go away. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger. So which finger did it bite? The little finger on my right. They learn what side is right. They learn how to count. They learn what a fish can do, right? So that's basically what you teach like the young group, and even the nursery group, you teach them finger plays. You know, finger plays would usually be given by the school, but you can also teach them your own. And yeah, with the nursery, at least you can add pictures. You can give them tasks like draw a circle or color this in, or come paste on the board and show me a happy face, show me a sad face. It really depends on the theme. It depends on the objectives of that lesson. Usually the objectives are to encourage learner participation and development of the language. So you try get them to say words, you try get them to know how to say hello, thank you, please, and yeah, that's just about it really. And then what else? Then you need to have a goodbye song. So you need to have a goodbye song, and you know, a goodbye song could be anything. Usually I tell them there's a song on Apple Music that goes like see you later, alligator, bye bye bye, butterfly, goodbye. They sing that song. And with the younger group, I would give them, there's one that says 1 little finger, 2 little finger, 3 little finger, 4 little finger, what, tap tap tap. Put your fingers up, put your fingers down, put it on your what, and then at the end it says goodbye. I teach them that because it moves their hands and they know what a head is because of that song. So if the song will say touch your head, they touch their head. Touch your shoulders, they touch their shoulders. Knees, elbows, toes, whatever, right? And that's just basically it, really. And you'd find that you also need to do storytelling. So with storytelling, you read a story to them. When reading a story, you don't read a story like this. This is a story about how to teach in ESL. No. You read a story like this. So you'd hold the book like this. They need to see the picture. So you would say, this is a story about ESL teaching, and we are now giving tutorial 101 based on whatever. You just read the story, but you show the book to the children, and you don't just read it to yourself, because then they get bored, they start talking, they start standing up and down, it just becomes demakar, you know? And thereafter, yeah, that's basically it. So when you tell the story, usually I get a toy. I would tell the story and have a muppet or puppet talking, a hand puppet thinking while I tell the story. Oh, this is a happy face. Show me a happy face. And they show me a happy face. Or I show them a happy face and I say, this is my happy face. Then they would show me their happy face. You get it? So what I have also realized is that they mimic everything. So if I say to them, how are you? And they keep quiet, then I say, I'm happy. They will also say, I'm happy. You get? So it's basically monkey say and monkey do, which we also see in our children back home. Their behavior is based on how we behave as adults. I hope this video was helpful. I know it's just a lot, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what happens. It's not a lot, but it does get a lot because you need to do planning. You need to make sure that you execute your lessons. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. This is new to me. This is not how I used to teach back home, but I'm slowly learning how to incorporate games in my lessons and how to accommodate different age groups. This is basically it. It's not a lot. You just need to know how to use your voice, how to play with your voice when reading. So if I say, she is happy, but he is sad, you need to know how to play with the tone of your voice and the pitch, and how to be a man, and how to be a princess or whatever. And then, yeah, that's it. It requires some energy if you are in kindergarten. Yeah, that's it, guys. Before I start saying things that aren't there, goodbye.